Hello everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome in to Life with Wanda. How are y'all today? Happy Thursday. Y'all welcome in. Oh my goodness. This is an unscheduled live. I know, I know. I'm kind of bad for this. It's unscheduled. But um it's about I think 5:30, almost 6 o'clock my time, 6 p.m. This has been plaguing me. This issue has been plaguing me technically all week long. Um, but guys, plaguing me all week long. I wanted to go live earlier, um, but I was short on time, so I decided to do it later on today. But pretty much, I want to come in and state something. One of America's biggest retailers are cutting store they're not cutting the store hours, they're slashing their employees hours in half, more than in half, you all. You scheduled for a 40, you're full time and you're scheduled for a 40-hour work week. At this point you're only getting about 15 to 20 hours. What's going on, America? Of course, yeah, last year and the year before they had big layoffs at the corporate level and stuff like that. Now, has it made its way on down into the stores? I think so. So today I was in a local Walmart. I walked in and looked across the front. It was hardly anybody in there. Well, put like this: there were hardly any workers. Hardly any workers in the store. So I've been very frustrated because I'm one of those who are being affected. You don't really think about it in detail until you are one of the ones who are being affected. There are many of us who work for this giant retailer that's being affected. For real. You don't think it's gonna affect you, but guess what? Somewhere down the line, somehow it will. It will. And I'm so I don't know. Words cannot even just cannot come to mind as to what's going on with them, with this corporation. So welcome in everybody. Welcome into the chat. Hit the thumbs up button as y'all come in. I would really appreciate it. But again, I am one of the ones who are being affected, and I'm gonna tell you, it's disappointing, upsetting, frustrating to know there are two to three levels who've gotten information on what's going on and why. Well, with we the actual associates, we're only being told. We're not being told anything. Put me back. We're not being told anything. We're not being told anything at all. Only this, and that, and who knows what's true. But again, they had a layoff last year before, a major layoff. You know what they say: last one hired, first one fired. Well, I've given this employer 18 years of service, and at this point, I mean, this is how it is. I'm frustrated because I'm wondering, how are my bills going to get paid? How are we going to? I'm for real. How is the mortgage going to get paid? How is the car note going to get paid? How is the cell phone going to get paid? Internet, cable. How are we going to take care of our dog? Thankfully, we do garden, so the produce is coming from the garden. So for everything we're having to actually buy aside from like meat and coffee and stuff like that. Um, but we're gonna have to resort to, not only me, but it's gonna be a lot of us. Some of us are already living frugally. Some of us are living off our land. We are having. I mean, a lot of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. I'm not the only one. But again, how do they think that we are supposed to be able to survive off of this? We can't. There's no way. No way at all. There's no way we can survive like that. And is that what they want? Welcome in, Dexter. Welcome in. Hi. Welcome in. Thank you for the thumbs up. I mean, really. Yeah. I mean, share your thoughts with me. Walmart slashing employees' hours. I mean, like I say, year before, they cut corporate jobs. They did. Never in a million years would I think that this would happen at the store level like this. I've been with Walmart 18 years, and this has never happened like this long. This has been going on. Hi, Abby. Welcome in. Abby Diva. Welcome in. This has never happened like this, and especially for this long. Of course, would the hours get reduced after the holidays or over with and stuff like that? But this right here, this is like a major hour reduction. I mean, minimum part time is, or to be classified, part time is like 32, 33 hours a week, up to 40. Some of us who are part time are only getting like 15, 20. So I guess they're saying, hey, what are you complaining about? How am I going to be able to sustain a living? Thank you, Abby. Thank you so much. But I mean, really, y'all, it's frustrating, and it's not only frustrating, it's worry. Worry. You start to worry. You do. You start to worry. You go to your supervisor and you're not getting answers. Like I say, people above me, yes, they have been told what's going on, possibly what's going on, but is it the truth? I don't know. I don't know. It's. I mean, it's kind of, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Then I went on Google. They're saying AI is making the schedule. What happened to pen and paper and a person making the schedule, doing schedule conflict, knowing where to put people based on availability and their job description or job codes? They're cross-trained. A lot of us are cross-trained to do customer service, money center, front end, OGP, online grocery pickup, as well as possibly pharmacy, garden center, automotive, and electronics. Thank you, Daxton. But I mean, really, y'all, it's, I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated. I mean, I have not really just been able to tell anybody, because I mean, other people have their problems as well. But like I said, you don't really think about it in detail until it affects you. Until it affects you. So you're wondering. You can't get. You're not able to make it from point A to point B. And the reason I'm coming on here today is, hey, Miss Wanda, welcome in. How are you doing? Is because, and I'm gonna be honest at this point. 2 years ago, I started out the year with one knee replacement. While still in therapy, I was using the right leg. I had started out with a knee replacement on the left knee. I ended up having to use the right knee so much for support that, guess what? Therapy wasn't even over with, and I had to have a knee replacement on the right. So most of the year, I spent out on sick leave. I went back at the end of 2024, and yeah, pretty much depleted our savings, because not only me, I wasn't the only person affected. I've been trying to get my husband on here to tell his story, but in 2024, at the end somewhere, I ended up with COVID. So we ended up, separated in different bedrooms. Not knowing what was going on with him, because I knew I was in pain from knees and just in pain, period. Um, you know, and so, just in pain. So he ended up stubbing his toe. He ended up stumping his toe. He's a diabetic. So once I was able to move back into the bedroom, I'm like, okay, what's that smell? Then one day I took a look at his foot. I'm like, what happened to your foot? Oh, I told you. No, you didn't. You didn't tell me nothing at all. So with me having to have my knee replaced, he ended up having to have a toe amputation. he ended up having to have a toe amputation. I work for one of the largest retailers in America, Daxton. That solves on his own. But like I said, during that first year, my husband had to end up leaving his job, a six-figure job. He was the breadwinner of our household back then. He was the breadwinner. Not only that, he was the store manager of his job. But like I say, you want to be let in? Hold on, y'all. Huh? She said it's ready. Okay. Oh, you want some spaghetti? That's my nephew, y'all. But I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, he ended up stubbing his toe. So, like I say, with him being diabetic, he ended up having to have a toe amputation. So, everything with that, I'm coming back, going to therapy and stuff like that. And he's still where he was. We were in different states at the time. I'm having to come back home to had to move away from baby nephew. So I can do therapy. Then I go back. We'll go back a few days later and check on him. But he eventually came home. But basically, like I said, bottom line, he ended up leaving his job, a six-figure job. He was the breadwinner of our household. So who, once he left his job, guess what? That made me the breadwinner of our household. Ain't no way. Hey, EJ, how you doing? But like I say, how do they expect you to survive off of 20 hours a week? You're having groceries. You have to buy groceries. You have to buy personal items, things like that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Thank you, EJ, for the thumbs up. But y'all, it's sad. We are at those times, and I just made that comment like last week. But I was told yesterday, this is just the beginning for us. This is just the beginning for us. Wow, y'all. Can I believe never thought this would happen? This is 2026. Never thought it would happen. And I'm wondering, 10 years from now, am I going to still be there? That was before, am I going to still be there? So we have a lot to we can't sit down and let them take advantage of us like that. We got to get up and do our business. Meaning we may need to either find another job while still there, maybe seek training somewhere else, seek an online job, or either if you have skills and things, get busy perfecting that craft and selling it. Hi, Mamadi. Welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in. But yeah, y'all, I'll be honest. It's nerve-wracking right now. It is nerve-wracking because we don't know what's going to happen. We're only and they haven't come down to the little people to say this is actually what's going on. And most of the, stuff is so high in the stores that that's probably why this is what's happening. What's up, baby nephew? Huh? Oh, Granny went with Josh. She'll be back. What's wrong? You ready to eat? You want some spaghetti? Baby nephew want some spaghetti? Y'all know how to say spaghetti. Hey, Poetic, how you doing? You want some spaghetti? Huh? What's that? Y'all, he'll follow me over here. I was trying to get away from him. But y'all, for real. This is reality. 2026, and this is only the beginning. Oh, you didn't. Look, you didn't do what you did the other night, but that's you fine. that, that leave it at that. That's enough. Yeah, leave it at that, EJ. But that's poetic. But for real, yeah. You want some spaghetti? You want some spaghetti? Malachi? You don't want no spaghetti? Okay. What's up, man? Y'all, you got, what you got? What?
That's round.
That's a helicopter.
That's round.
Yeah. Y'all hear him in the background. Oh my gosh, welcome in, Shamik. Welcome in. Hi everybody, how are y'all doing?
It's that.
He said, what's that, y'all? Say hello. You not gonna say hello?
Watch out.
Huh, watch out. Okay. He done came over here. Hi everybody, hi. How y'all doing? Now you hit my phone. But y'all, I mean really. That you don't think about, or you, and I'm honestly, it's not your burden to carry. I understand, but you don't really it doesn't hit you in the face until it happens to you. Put it like that. It don't hit you in the face until it happens to you, and it is so real, and it's at home right now. So many of us are calling each other, texting each other, asking, what are you being told? Everybody being told the same thing, but again, they haven't come down to the little people like me saying, this is actually what's going on. We deserve to know. Granted, I understand that when they give you that pink slip, that yellow slip, or that email, or that text message saying they ain't gonna need to show up for work because you no longer work here, we're gonna send you in the mail, or you can check your email for the package. Walmart cutting employee hours. I'm full time, and hours have been cut over. Okay, put it like this: on a weekly basis. Like I say, minimum for full time is 30 to 33 hours. Well, minimum. Up 40 is the max. So I'm getting like 20. So what they tell you? I mean, how do they expect us to sustain a living off of something like that? I'm serious. So tell me. And then, like I said, I was told this is only the beginning. You know, this is very frustrating. Like I said, you don't visualize, or you don't conceptualize until it happens to you. You have nothing to say until it happens to you. Last week, I'm looking at the schedule. The schedule drops every Saturday, so I'm looking at my schedule. How many hours am I getting? That's what I'm looking at. I don't care when I work. I'm looking at how many hours am I getting. There's no room. You can't click on available shift because ain't nothing. Then I'm full time, 40 hours. I'm only getting, let's say, 25 hours 1 week. Oh, you can't go over to 25. That's a bunch of that's a bunch of crap. You can't go over 25, but you full time and you're eligible to be scheduled for 40. You can't go over 25. You can't go over your scheduled hours. Why? We're in the what quarter? January, February, March, April. February, March, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. We're in the second quarter of the year. Hold on. We're basically in the second quarter of the year, but Walmart's quarter doesn't start over until like February or March, or the new year. Put it like that. So, yes, the store managers, scheduled to get bonuses and stuff like that. If sales is up, and what else? Sales is up, accidents down, performance up, cleanliness of the store, sales up. Everything related to productivity, meaning scheduled hours, is in check. They get their bonus. What the Doobie doing? Oh, it's Doobie. Walmart cutting employee hours. That's the topic of this live. I like I said, I've been thinking about it all week, but today I really just got frustrated because I'm not being told anything. None of us are. Then they're talking about I'm cross-trained, but they cutting their hours too, so where can I fit in? Like I said, you could go to the shift, go to the schedule, and pick up a shift, but there's nothing there. There's nothing there. So we're just having to work what was on the schedule. That's it. Like I said, you don't think about it affecting you until it actually does. You know?
Trust you on also
Uh-huh. So yeah, it's we're at those times, y'all. So I mean, a lot of us are not only just working one full-time job. We have a part-time job, maybe two full-time jobs. Some of us who are YouTube creators. Some of us, like Miss Poetic. Poetic got what? How many channels? Like 3? I'm just saying. Let's say me working full-time or part-time, a YouTube content creator, and still can't. I'm just saying. A lot of us still can't make ends meet, wondering where we gonna get the money from. So a lot of us out here robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm just telling it like it is because it's going on. Robbing Peter to pay Paul, to make ends meet. This is where we are in America. So like I say, if you have some skills, some crafts, it's time to get busy perfecting that craft and go ahead and sell it. Go ahead and market yourself. Don't sell yourself short either. Your prices are your prices. No negotiating. It is what it is. Because we go into these other stores, guess what? Are you going to ask for a reduction in price? They're going to tell you no. So guess what? You say no too. For real. For real, for real, for real. I'm just telling you the truth. You know? I'm so for real. And it's like I say, y'all, we are at, I never thought it would be at the store level. Of course, yeah, corporate got affected last year and year before. Last in, first, what they say, last hire, first fired. That's the way that, but you done given this job 18 years of service. You done had to have a knee replacement. What is it? The shoulder, you know what I'm saying? The rotator cuff repair. You got, carpal tunnel syndrome, stuff like that. Stuff going on with the ankle, so you done had bone spurs in the feet. I done had therapy for every part of my body since working there. For real. I know all my therapists by name and know for real. Back and all, y'all. So, it's frustrating. It is very frustrating at this point, y'all. I cannot believe it. I'm speechless. I'm holding my pistol grip tripod, so if my head shake, my hands shake, the tripod shake. But yeah, y'all be welcome in everybody. Thank y'all. Thank you. All right, Shamik, you have a blessed one. You should have been in the bed, dude. I'm sorry for coming on so late. But like I said, I wanted to go live earlier, but I was in like a time crunch, and I know I probably would have been balling. For real. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you.
No.
But y'all, what are y'all thoughts? Tell me. Your hours are being slashed over 50%. Over 50%. For the work week. Over. For real. Tell me your thoughts of this situation. Like I say, you may think it doesn't affect you, but somehow it does. I'm dead serious. The oldest nephew over here, y'all. My granddad done cooked some spaghetti and meatballs plus some steak and potatoes. I'm waiting for the steak and potatoes. Plus I'm babysitting him. Yeah. Yep. But poetic, you know where we are, and it's hard to come by. Here, you know where I am. It's who to get the better jobs is who you know, and that's so sad. And looking into it, and another, let me see, something else I wanted to say. It doesn't your skill set don't even matter with them. The skill set does not even matter. It does not matter. Be looking for something else. There you go. But of course, I'm in a small town, and jobs are jobs like that pay really, really good are hard to come by. You're either gonna have to be working overnight and stuff like that to get the good money. Um, but I mean, basically, here is who you know. It really is, and that is so sad. But and they don't look at my resume. It's who you know. I mean, you got to spit out of my bag. It's who you know here in this town. It's who you know. And if such and such wasn't a recommendation, you ain't getting a job. Hi, I got you. I ain't got you. You just behind me. Hi, living your best life. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, y'all. So I mean, I'm not. Earlier yesterday, I was very frustrated. I've calmed down a whole lot, but things could be better. I mean, no. Things could be worse. Things could be worse. You know. So, but like I said, you don't think about it until it actually happens to you. You know. So I can only imagine the people in corporate who were making the big bucks, and you being told you have this is either your last day or we're gonna be cutting your job in like a week. You know. So who knows what's to come with Walla. I'm just speaking the truth. I am just speaking the truth, really. So I don't know when things are going to return to normal, but like I said, I was just told that this is just the beginning, and I do believe them. I do. Yeah. I mean, you've given a company your all. Like I said, you've been going to therapy for everything imaginable, and I'm trying to resort not to have carpal tunnel surgery. Now, 2 years ago, I was told that I needed it because I've had it once in the right, but it's real bad in the left. But at the same time, I also learned to lay out sugar and stuff like that. Um, or whatever. Let me go see if he's finna leave. Hold on. Let me. He finna. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. For a second. Let me see if he finna go. You finna go? Huh? You ain't? Okay. Be careful. Oh, that's the oldest nephew, y'all. Yeah, that's the oldest nephew. He drove over here. My first time seeing him drive. I'm proud of him. He just turned 19. When did he turn 19? Like in June. Yeah. He gonna be a sophomore in college when school starts back. But yeah. So, like I say, everybody. I mean, and we're having to use our PTO and our PPTO to make up a complete check to get us by. But you know what? If you are not getting the full hours that you're supposed to be, the PTO and the PPTO is gonna slowly come or slowly accumulate. I'll say that. It's gonna accumulate slowly. So, like I said, we're having to basically, like you might as well say, delve into our own pocket to try to make a paycheck, and that's sad. And what if I did want to go ahead and get the surgery, my carpal tunnel surgery? Well, the company who takes care of the short-term and long-term disability doesn't kick in for 3 days. That's 24 hours. That's no. That's 24 hours of pay that I don't get. So basically, I have to use like PTO or PPTO if I was scheduled or not. So in order to get paid, and in order to not accumulate any points, it's sad. You work 17 years at Walmart. Want to take you through some? Man, I have loved. Don't get me wrong. I have loved working there. Don't get me wrong, but I never thought we would be at this point in 2026, y'all. I mean, I don't know what I thought about when COVID happened, but this right here, this is reality. This is slapping us in the face. It's causing us to, like me and my husband, to really come together and put our heads together and think about what needs to be cut, what can go, what do we have to do, what do we need to do, things like that. I'm dead serious, for real. I mean, and there are channels on here, and I think I'm subscribed to one dealing with frugal living. So this is where we possibly will be, frugal living. We're gonna be now. Don't get me wrong. We used to live in the country, kind of like, well, what do you call it? It's the city limits and then the county limits. But basically, it was the county. But I say out in the country because we was like 10 to 15 minutes from a store. So I had started making our own like washing powder and stuff like that, and it would last. It would really last. And I mean, I just started doing little things like that for real. So we are there. All of America's there. We just haven't realized it. If this company is, like I said, if they're coming hours like that, who knows for how long. And then, of course, there have been other stores that have closed throughout the past couple of years. Someone on here used to do an update on Walmart stores closing and stuff like that. But only to have the neighborhood market come in. But it's kind of like the mom and pop joints places. That's where we will probably have to resort to. And a lot of people do go there. Don't get me wrong, I go there too. I support the smaller grocery stores here. I don't mean Kroger is one of them, but there's a few others around in the area. We go there for value. I mean, for value is the word, but things are cheaper there. Yeah, things are cheaper. I don't care if it's greens or meat. Meat is cheaper and stuff like that. So we stock up. We take a couple of hundred and we stock up on meat, but the vegetables and stuff like that, they're easy to come by because we're growing them. Yeah. You got a little stuff over there. Yeah. I have to keep an eye on him while I got. It's open so I can see him right there. The stove and everything is off. But yeah. 17 years is a long time. I never thought I would be there that long. I never thought I would be there this long. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful. I'm very thankful to have a job. But wow, we've never been affected like this before. We've never been affected like this before. And I haven't been told anything. Only thing I'm being told is what the next person was told. Thank you, EJ. And it's sad, y'all. It's sad. I mean, I forgot what generation they call us, but I'm a 70s baby. For real, I'm a 70s baby for real. But, I mean, ain't no moving back home with mom and... no, ain't none. They got their own household. I'm going to tell you, my mom done closed off. Not really said closed off. The two spare bedrooms. My mom done made them one office and one a craft room. So do you think there's really any coming back home? I don't think so. Unless we add onto her house going out in the garden, and that ain't finna happen. That ain't finna happen. Me and my husband, I'm gonna tell you, and all jokes aside, my mama got a big backyard back there. We were joking about it that we could come in and add our own wing with a little lounge, a 1 bedroom with a full bath, designed the way we need it to be. Yeah, and maybe our own little kitchen. Maybe I possibly own a little kitchen. I mean, we can all still come here in the kitchen and eat and stuff like that, and I clean up, behind us. But that's the only way, And it's like, what about the little folks, y'all? What about the little folks? It's I don't know. It's like I said earlier, I was kind of like at tears. It's frustrating. I'm technically the breadwinner on a apparel associate salary and a part-time YouTube creator who ain't even monetized. I'm trying to give YouTube my all as well as my full-time job. I'm trying to show up on this platform the best I can when I have time. Husband want time. Mama want time. Everybody want time. Yes, I'm showing up for that job because the job paying bills, but I'm trying my best to show up for YouTube because I do want to be on this platform. You know, I'm just saying. You know, everybody wants a piece of Wanda. Everybody wants Wanda. You know, so Wanda, when does Wanda have time for Wanda? Wanda don't. Wanda's trying to make the. Wanda's trying to. I'm not discrediting my husband. You know, I'm not at all. But he was the primary breadwinner on a 6-figure salary for both of us, and yes, we were making it. We were making it. But a lot of us failed to save up. But like I say, because both of us was down and out 2 years ago, me a knee replacement, and he happened to have a toe amputation, which led to him having a leg amputation, y'all. Yes. So he did not go back to his job. He did not. I've not told that part because I wanted him to tell it. But I have been trying to keep us afloat for 2.5 years. And it's been hard. Wanda still smile. Wanda keeps a smile on her face because Wanda has to. Like I said, y'all, we don't know what the next person is going through. We don't. We really don't. And I have nothing but to put a smile on my face because each and every day that I get up, that's another day that I'm here on this earth. For real. I have a purpose. And there's no need in me wallowing in pity about what's going on. I mean, all I can do is probably just, like I said, he and I have come together, put our heads together, thinking about what to do, what can be taken away. You know, what do we need to eliminate? We're at those times, and it's hard. It is very. Hey, Shamika, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, it's hard out here. It's hard enough. Gas up. I'm like, my husband is yes, we're blessed to have 2 vehicles. He's filling up every other day or so. And I'm like, man, are you really? You know, I'm gonna be honest, really, when I met him, he used to fill up for $1 or 2. I'm like, dude, man, if I went in the store and filled up for gas for us, I'd be like, put 20 in, put 20. Do 20. But I mean, he's having to get gas every other day. Gas is high. You know, meat is high. Beef is high. Beef is high. But yeah, I mean, like I say, 2 years ago, we depleted our savings trying to maintain what we have, and have not been able to rebound since. I'm just saying, I'm trying to do my best to keep a smile on my face, to keep showing up at Walla, to work, to get a check. And for it, really, right there. If you can save up to buy land, for real. Yes, ma'am. He has his head on right. I don't care. He has his head on right. And I mean, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna refer you over to Leah Farmer and Lady Lead. Go over to their channel. Of course, I think she's a real estate agent, but you know, Lead is part of everybody. Lead is part of what the gardening community, everybody community. I mean, homesteading. You know what I'm saying? But if you, that's the way to go. Buy your land and build you a house. Build your house. Don't overbuy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Don't make it too big. Make it to where it's manageable for you to be, you know, to be able to handle everything. But poetic, I mean, really. Now, where we were living, because that was an older home, I think we tried to buy the house, but if we were told that we were gonna have to, well, put it like this, it probably wouldn't pass the inspection because it needed a septic tank. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live, and I will be back. Okay. Hi, Chic. How are you doing? Good morning, I think. All right. I'll be back. Okay. Bye bye for now. I'll be back.